Okay, we are live and we are excited. It is Monday night, our team Zoom, and I'm excited for you guys to hear from Rachel Jones tonight. So she is an ambassador diamond. I'll let her tell a little bit of where she came from, how long she's been in with the company, but she's a top income earner, and all things with social is constantly changing and updating. And many of you are like, okay, where do we go from here? I feel like my algorithms are changing and what do I do? And so here we are, and I'm constantly looking and seeing who's enrolling. And I thought, okay, I see Rachel's name up there with enrolling distributors, and she's one to constantly be learning and growing and trying all the things that work. And so I can't think of anybody better to get on. She's actually going to be on with Pam at 9 o'clock as well tonight. So we're hoping we get a little bit extra out of her, because we're going to let her just kind of go and talk about TikTok, Reels, all those things, and how she's been able to enroll these distributors and give you guys some tips and, encouragement. But Rachel, I'm so excited, and thank you for doing this. I know you've been super busy tonight with all your time, so I appreciate you just hopping on for me. So this is why I try to do things for people, because then I can be like, okay, we're going to make this work. But tell everybody a little bit of who you are if they don't know who you are, because we've got a ton of newbies coming in, how long you've been with the company, and then we'll get right into some questions. I'm excited.
Okay, I love you. Thank you so much for doing, she literally said, can you do it? I was like, oh, I'm on the Show Me the Money call. And she was like, 7. And I was like, oh, I have an opportunity call. And I was like, but I want to help you. I really do. I just say it's really a busy night. But I just love Stephanie and Joel just help so many people so selflessly. And so I'm like, please let me return the favor. We just have to completely tweak the time. So thank you guys so much for being on, since this isn't the typical time. But a little bit about my story. I just celebrated 6 years last month. So it's been 6 years with this business, and it's insane because I give up on everything in my life. I kind of have a little bit of a lazy mindset sometimes when things get hard. So this is kind of weird, and I've nailed it, and I'm never quitting, and I love what I'm a part of. But this business found me when in 2014, when I was 21 years old, and I did things out of order. I got pregnant when I was 20, had my son when I was 21 in college. And I would have most definitely been a college dropout if my parents weren't paying for my education, but they forced me to finish. So I had my son in college, graduated. I was a full-time server and living on government assistance. And so I didn't even have the time, the money. I had nothing on my side. So when I was approached with this, I shot her down, because I had also tried something like this in the past, fresh out of high school, and I quit after 2 months. And so I had every objection in the book. So if you're on here and you're like, I don't know if I have the time for this, I don't know if I have the platform for this, or like whatever it is, I swear to you, I had every objection, and you can overcome them. And the reason why I overcame all those objections was because I was like, man, there's got to be more to life than this. I really am not happy with where my life is. So if you're there, you can do it. And I'm just this, believe it or not, I am very shy and sometimes socially awkward when I don't know people. So this is outside of my comfort zone. But I got to this point in the business where I'm so obsessed with what I'm a part of. This stuff makes me uncomfortable, but I love the outcome. And that's why I do it. I'm not a good public speaker. I am not good at it, but I love helping people. And so, sorry, that was not my story, but I joined when I was 21, went diamond in 3 months. And I'm glad that bonus is back for newbies, because that was my driving factor. It wasn't being a stay-at-home mom. It wasn't $70 bajillion a month. It was, I'm going to go diamond in 3 months and get that bonus, because then I will be rich and I'll be living the best life. And I did it. And so it was everything. That was the turning point for us. And then I just kept on promoting. And 5 months in, me and my husband both quit our job. Not normal and not even recommended to do that. But that's how confident we were with what we had our hands on. And so we ran with it. And a lot of life, you guys, while I had a fast success story, it was not always like that. Like I had a lot of life happen throughout the past 6 years. Nothing super crazy major. Like some people have gone through some stuff and I'm like, I don't know how you stuck it out. But for me, my major thing was getting pregnant in 2016 with my second son. And when you're pregnant for like the whole dang year. And that pregnancy wrecked my world. And it was hard. My marriage, my business, everything suffered. And I went from high to low and had to build it from the ground up. So I know what it's like to do really good. I know what it's like to do really bad. And I know what it's like to stay the course and have your comeback. So really, whatever side you're on, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you can come out of whatever you're in, whether it's good or bad. And I freaking love It Works Global so stinking much.
I love that. And I know that you are super passionate about it and helping people and sharing what's working. That's one thing that you guys will know about Rachel is she is so willing to share with not only her team, but all of It Works. She just knows that boomerang effect, what you put out will come right back to you. So she's lived by that. And she is amazing. She is special. But I love that she says she was scared. She's nervous. Things have failed and she just didn't quit because something didn't work. That is the one thing that I know about Rachel so much is if something's not working, it doesn't mean she stops. She looks for, okay, what can I do to get better or what is working for me? And she's going to keep going until she finds that. So that's where we're at with what is important with Reels and TikTok and all things social. So she was really that one that kind of headed up like host to post. So that still hasn't gone away. Like we're still doing that, but we want to encourage you to use other platforms and they're scary. I get it. Like, I don't know what the heck, my Instagram is giving me all kinds of problems trying to even upload. So we've shut it down and restarted it. I don't know. It's like the devil's just forcing me to do things differently. So I'm like, it's okay, but we need to get those up. And the only way to do that is to learn. And Rachel's got that. So Rachel, when TikTok came out, were you like, oh gosh, do I have to do this? Is this the way? Were you hesitant on doing any of that?
Yeah, I was very hesitant on TikTok. I don't know when it came out, but I knew I jumped on late in like March. In March, I joined. And again, I was very late to the party. And with Reels, I wasn't against that. I was kind of like eye roll, like, do we have another stinking platform? Like, can we just relax with the platforms here? But for me, with what I had the mindset, so if I understand, if you are eye rolling too about Reels, but the thing with Reels, the reason why I wasn't like I was with TikTok, and for TikTok, I was like, I will not be on that app. I am not wasting my time. It's not like I was anti TikTok. But with the Reels, my mindset was, I was annoyed because I'm like, I'm just trying to master one thing at a stinking time. But I was like, okay, I can do this because one a day isn't hard when you're putting not your all, but when you're doing TikTok. So for me, when you think about so think about TikTok and Reels. To me, it's the same as Instagram stories and Facebook stories. So for me, I don't ever directly upload anything to my Facebook story. I do it to my Instagram story and it's linked to my Facebook story. So I'm knocking two birds out with one stone. That's the same thing with TikTok. I'm focusing on TikTok videos. And then when you post to TikTok, it saves the video. And I just pick my favorite video and I post it to Reels once a day. So for me, Reels is easy. Even though it's another platform, it's easy because I'm already doing TikTok. Just like Facebook stories are easy because they're from my Instagram story. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it totally makes sense. And what I keep hearing is TikTok's a little bit easier to maneuver anyway than Instagram. So if you can get down TikTok, so first thing that you're going to want to do is homework, guys, on TikTok. Play around with it. Watch some of these. We've got plenty of videos out there that, can train you and watch that. If you're like, I don't even know where to go, Google TikTok, how to do a TikTok, and just start from there. But we've got to start. Those are the things that we just have to start doing, even if they're uncomfortable. If you have videos in your phone already and you're like, this is so goofy, upload that. That's where you can start to make it easy. If you're like, I am so new, I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's okay. Take a breath, take a deep breather, and we're going to teach you. And I think that's the thing is constantly you're going to be hearing more and more. And It Works is doing a great job. They're going to be highlighting that again tonight at 9 p.m. So that's one note I would write down for tonight is make sure that you go to your TikTok, learn that, upload a photo, save it, and then go to Reels. So in Reels, I know somebody might be like, okay, just talk to me like they've never done it before. So Rachel, what happened? So you've had a great month of enrollment so far, and it's only the 12th, and I see where you're at. So this is a huge, that's a big month for you. I know where you're generally at. And so you guys, she is knocking it out of the park. So what is the difference? Give me kind of what do you think has happened?
Yes. Okay. And I know Stephanie's just trying to be like nice and not like put me on blast, but you guys, I'm not a distributor enroller typically. Okay. So I was until I went triple. I was cold message, cold message. I lived and breathed off of cold messaging. And it got me to triple diamond. And then I don't know, whatever happened. And then host post. And then you got distracted. And then once you stop exercising something for like a lot of time, like for many months, you feel like you just can't do it anymore. It's just wild how our brain works. So I used to kill it with distributors, but you guys, it's probably been 2 years since I've like consistently signed. Like I know Steph's goal is always 10 a month. And I'm like, man, why does that seem so hard sometimes? Well, it's because my focus is typically on host to post. And I know that's not always the best because we want to sign both. So she's being nice and not like blasting my numbers, but I'm usually like, I always do our steps to success. So I'm usually like a 3 to 6 on a good month, distributor a month. And I just signed number 20, you guys. So this is what changed for me. And the most I've ever signed, which is nothing compared to Steph, is 27 with $10 kits. So I think I'm going to max that out, which I'm pumped about. So here's what changed for me. I started doing the KPIs again. That was awesome. I love them. And part of our KPIs are cold, like messaging, cold, warm, whatever you want to call it, opportunity messaging, 20 a day. Well, I was getting annoyed because that wasn't really helping me. I don't know if it wasn't helping me, but I wasn't getting the response I wanted, whether it was my lack of message or whatever it was. And then I kept watching all these people, like Steph said, I think we're also Virgos, but we're similar in the sense of like never feeling like we're too good to watch people that are killing it, whether they're ranked lower or it doesn't even matter. I just want to always be good. So if someone's doing better than me, I have no problem stalking them and asking them those questions that might seem dumb sometimes. And so I was doing that and watching, and I had never really had the crazy TikTok blow up. Well, then I started seeing some people, Brooke Phillips, Morgan Martin. I love watching Shay Knox, Ashley Pfluger. Like those, I started seeing stuff that they were doing, and some of them were starting to do the 3 TikToks a day. At the same time. And I was like, that's a little bit excessive to like post at the same time and then do 3 at the same time. But I'm like, I need to try something different because I'm ready to enroll a lot. And I want to see the blow up that all these people are talking about. So I bought a ring light. I don't know why I haven't bought one before, but I bought a ring light off of Amazon. They're so cheap, you guys. They're like $20 to $30 and it's on a stand. And I put my phone up there and I was like ready to go. I'm in my office. I don't have the perfect background. And I'm like, I'm going to start saving their videos and I'm going to do them. I don't want to twerk on camera. I don't want to do all the things. Like, I don't want to. You don't have to. You just have to copy the right cat. So I'm saving all their videos and I'm like, I'm going to do 3 a day. I record them. I get on with my life when the boys are sleeping and it's like a dead time. I edit them and I post at the same time. Here's the crazy thing. I started that last Sunday. So this is fresh, guys. Fresh. I started it Sunday. Nothing crazy, like they got some views, nothing, whatever. And then I did it again Monday. The thing that's also paused, the thing that's been awesome with this is being a stay-at-home mom, I get stuck in a rut of not getting myself together, not showering, not, just the stuff. And when I'm not getting myself ready and getting myself together, like it does affect my day. And I was getting lazy with that. So knowing I had to make those TikToks, I started putting my face on and straightening my hair. Nothing like extravagant and crazy. I haven't even curled my hair yet. I'm just looking like I'm not living in my bedroom for 7 days in a row without washing my hair, right? So that was awesome. I did it Sunday, I did it Monday, and then I did it Tuesday. Well, Wednesday, I got on the ambassador call. They're every single Wednesday, and I just started listening to people. No one said anything crazy. I just heard one thing. Kelly Brown had one video that blew up. She copied someone else copied someone. Who knows who invents what anymore? So I hear that. I go to Kelly's, I save the video, and I'm like, okay, I knew that was my video that I was going to make today. I made it Wednesday, posted it, 300,000 views. That was day 3. Okay, so I'm like, okay, it's happening. It's happening. Okay, well, then it wasn't just uphill from that. Then it wasn't just uphill, this automatic, I signed all these people. Maybe that was Tuesday or Wednesday. So all these applications, 300, 500, it's raising up. And I'm like, okay, this is happening. What are we going to do? I started using all my old scripts from like when I first made my application and I'm sending. and nothing is happening from it. And I knew that it was my lack of wording. So I started kind of panicking in the sense of I need to switch it up. And I was like bombarding them with too much. So when I talked to some people, I talked to Kim Shipback, just people that were killing it on TikTok, I switched up my wording, and I can share it all. When Steph starts talking, I'll just send my word replacements in the chat. But you guys, all I did was send one direct message, and it saved in my word board, and it said, hey, it's Rachel Jones from TikTok. Have you ever heard of or are you familiar with network marketing? I'm so excited to connect. This found me 6 years ago. Like, just this small blurb. They message me back almost every single time saying, no, I'm not familiar with network marketing. Okay, well, I'm gonna hopefully rock someone's world. I didn't know this was even a thing. So what you guys can do on your phone, under utilities, it's already on your phone. You don't have to download it. Under utilities, there's a voice memo app. Don't know what that's for, because like you can already voice message people. But when you voice message on that, it's a voice message that you can copy and paste to anyone you're texting, Android or iPhone. And so I was thinking, and I was talking to people, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the disconnect. I'm messaging all these strangers that filled out my application from TikTok, and they don't know I'm real, and they're not feeling connected. They needed to hear my voice. So I made a 3-minute voice message, and I'm like, as peppy as I could be. I was like, hi, I'm Rachel Jones. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to connect with you. Now you can hear I'm real. I know you can't put 2 and 2 together. All you've seen is one video. Well, here's a little bit about me. And I just talk for 3 minutes. I say my fast story, what they would be doing by partnering up. It's It Works Global. I make that very clear that they would be a distributor in the company. I'm not trying to beat around the bush anymore. I don't want people to not know what they're a part of. I want them to know loud and clear, you are a distributor and you have to work at it. And then I say, I don't know what the last part is, but it's 3 minutes. So you guys can copy it by using that app. You can copy it, paste it, paste it, paste it, paste it over and over and over again, whether they have an iPhone or an Android. That saved my life, because right after that, they were like, oh my gosh, you're so cute, or, oh, thank you for the voice message, or whatever it is. That was step 2 that saved my life. And step 3 is I was having an abundance of conversations to where I'm like, I need to knock this out, like, groups at a time. I knew I needed to do opportunity calls again. So I don't like doing this. You guys, I don't like opportunity calls. I hate them. They suck, especially through Zoom. But I knew I needed to, like, I would be on my phone. I would be dying if I don't like figure something out to sign them up in masses. So I scheduled a Zoom, and I'm like, I'm going to do it 20 minutes long, talk about my story really lengthily so they can like get to know me. And then I'm going to cover how you make money and what they're going to do, again, saying it one more time. And then I'm going to be very red the last 1 minute and say, don't join me unless you're fully ready. And so you guys, I did that Friday, signed up a bunch. Saturday, signed up a bunch. But the saving grace is after I sent the voice message, I had this pre-sent message on, okay, I'm getting a lot of the same questions. I'm going to do an opportunity Zoom. Here's the link. I'm giving them the link and the ID, kind of like Stephanie's post when she posts these every single time to like your guys' page and sends them through to us. There are 2 options. They can't mess it up. They're either going to click the link, or if you're familiar with Zoom, here's the ID, right? And so I literally send that, and I say, can you get on this tonight? And I don't know what it is, but they all want to get on it. And this is just so weird. No one is telling me no. So then, I know this sounds really crazy, but then when they say yes, I say, what time is it where you're at right now? This is the extra step that's a little bit annoying, because it like slows down the conversation, but it's avoiding the issue with time zones and, oh, I thought it was an hour ago or whatever. So they tell me what time it is. I'm like, perfect, you're 2 hours behind. It's actually going to be at this time. And then I end the conversation by saying, set your alarm for 5 minutes before, which is 5:55 or whatever. And then I get on the Zoom and I talk for 20 minutes. No one turns on their camera. It's just me talking to myself, which is fine. And then it's just been awesome. So I did this Friday, Saturday. I took yesterday as a Sabbath because I was about to die. And then I'm doing it today in 45 minutes. And it's been awesome because I'm like, just being honest, I'm telling them everything and they either want it or they don't, but it's like saving me a bunch of time. And it's also saving me that fluff in the conversation. And in my opinion, I'm being lazy with it. I'm doing the Zoom because I don't want to have the fluff. I want to knock it all out. So I'm responding to all these people and just saying, get on my Zoom, get on my Zoom, get on my Zoom, because I'm talking to that many people. And those that want it bad enough are on the Zoom. And Stephanie, I cannot even kid you. On Saturday, I got off of it at 8:22 and I felt like it sucked. Zach's like, that was better than Friday. You're killing it. And I was like, I just was so annoying. One after another was like, you sold it, killed it. I won in, because I told them, I was like, I'm going to be honest and say I have 6 codes left and there's 23 people on here. You guys got to figure it out, because when I'm out, I'm out. And they all swarmed in, and I signed 7 in an hour. And here I am at 20, and I'm doing it again, and I'm so excited.
I love that, you guys. So I want you to take a breather on this too, because Rachel has been doing this 6 years. So newbies, how can we help you if something blows up? I will work on something that maybe it's, your double, triple, that's a little bit more confident in that, where we can lead them to a time of the week. So if it's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that. So the idea is, first, get your TikTok, your reels out. So this blew up, Rachel, from reels or from TikTok? Which blew up for you?
TikTok. Reels is getting me a bunch of followers, but I haven't signed anyone from Reels yet.
Okay. So the TikTok is something that, go follow Rachel and do what she did. And that's really it. Like, you're going to hear constantly they're highlighting people. I can tell you, Kelly Brown, a lot of these girls are in our downline, so I can see their numbers. Kelly Brown, Sherry Lynn Alcala is trying to do it now, and she's starting to see results. So the people that have even been, me and Sherry talk a lot too, and it's hesitation, or like, oh man, same thing like Rachel said, it's one more thing on top of everything else. But if we don't start doing this, you will not start to follow suit in doing these. So you've got to get out there and do the uncomfortable. So learning it. So Rachel had that blow up on TikTok. That does not mean that Reels isn't going to work, because I know, like she said, Brooke Phillips, she does a lot through Reels. So some of the girls tonight are going to talk to you about how they're getting it with Reels and not just necessarily TikTok. But you're still adding to your network, getting them to see you. And what I love is, with TikTok, you're getting them over to Instagram, to your other platforms, to see more of your life. And that's important, because maybe they don't join you immediately with that TikTok or whatever. You got them over to Instagram, but now they're going to be seeing you. They're going to be, your stuff is going to pop up if you're consistent with stories and posting and getting it into their newsfeed. So make sure that you're doing a little bit of that. Rachel, what was, I guess, like the hardest thing to overcome doing a TikTok? And what is something that you've learned that you feel like this is really good? Like I heard you say you've got your ring light, I'm going to have her drop all of this in. If we don't get to it tonight, she will text me, and we'll make sure that we get the stuff to you guys so that you know. So tell me the things that you had to overcome.
Yeah, you guys, I had to overcome being annoying. Like, I have a fear. It's just my insecurity. It's just my yellow. I don't know. I don't want to like be a bird. I don't want to be annoying. I don't want anyone to laugh at me. I just, like I said, I didn't want to, like, all jokes aside, I'm not kidding. I didn't want to twerk and dance. Like, I am like thicker. I'm just 28 years old. I did not want to do that. And so I was just like, man, I'm going to be so boring, because all of the things I say I'm not going to do are what a lot of people are doing. And so anyways, I think when I dropped caring about that, I mean, I care about it, but you know what I mean? I just, when I got to the point of like, I'm actually really ready to take it to the next level and to like utilize this, because I get jealous very easy. And I was, again, watching these people, and I'm like, why can't freaking more of us do that? Like, I really wanted that. So when I got over that, and again, I did my homework, like Steph said. You just can't get stuck in the trap. TikTok is a dark hole of like scrolling and scrolling, but I was watching them. I only watched like 4 or 5 people. I don't watch all of them because I'll freak myself out. But I watched a few people, like I said, Morgan Martin, Brooke Phillips. Kelly Brown is new to that, like in my follow list. Kristen Kirkendale, like, or Del, I don't know, but I'm following them, and I save their videos. I'm just save. And then when I make it, I just look, and I'm like, which one do I want to do today? So I stopped caring, and I just knew I'm going to do my 3. So it's like, do the homework. I got the ring light. I got myself put together. I got like all of the house figured out. Like, it's just me in my office, and I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. Now, the first day, it took me 90 freaking minutes, and I was sweating, and I was like, I hate this. Like, it's just not my comfort. And now I can do it in 5 seconds, and it feels better. And it's only been 1 week. So I do think that those things really matter. I know people say they don't, but they do. Before I had a ring light and I was just winging it, like holding on to it and stuff, it's like, stuff can get blurry, and it's just people, you have like a couple seconds to keep someone's attention on TikTok, or they're going to keep on swiping through. So, and that's why I was watching Morgan. It's not, no, I love Morgan. She knows my heart. It's not like Morgan was doing the coolest things in the world. I was just like, she's got some good lighting and everything was so bright. And I just wanted to see what she was doing. So that was something I had to get over, was caring. And then, just sticking to what you say you're going to do. If you're going to do it, then do it, and do it every single day. You also can't do it on tonight and then not do it again until Sunday and say, well, it's not freaking working for me and I'm annoyed. I did it. This sounds a little bit crazy that I only did it for 3 days, but I also have had TikTok since March, but I only had to do it 3 days in a row. And then I finally had one blow up. So you have to be consistent.
So consistency, I love that. Drop a 1 if you guys want this business to work. Like, is this something that you're going to do? I think what she said is she was sick of seeing everybody else having the results because they were doing it. And so there is no reason, every single one of us on this Zoom can have 10, 15, 50 people join your business. It's just a matter of, are you willing to do the work? Because it's a little bit of work, right? It's going to take you a little bit longer than you think those first few times. So know that. But with anything, that's just the way that it goes, where, you know, if you got a new job, you're nervous, you're scared, you're taking your time, but you've got to commit. I love that she got herself a little bit ready. When you get yourself together and you're having one of those good days, do a few of the videos then that you're like, okay, I've got these saved. Go and knock a few more out of the park and then just save them for later days. Those are some really helpful things. That lighting, you guys know lighting is so important when people want to see nice and bright. Like, they want to see you. They are truly interested in you. It doesn't matter what your age is, you know, what your background is, anything. They, as long as you're in people's feeds, are going to click on things just to be like, okay, I want to see what this is all about. So on TikTok, what was the one that blew up for you? Was it anything?
Honestly, I've been doing 3 a day. So this was the one, like, my least favorite of the 3 that day, but it was literally, and this is something that's encouraging. It was a song that I had used before and it didn't work. So that is a quick tip real quick. I'll just grab it real quick, but that is something you guys, and I'm not going to act like a professional, but what I've noticed with TikTok, in the beginning, I would be like, well, I'm going to be creative and find a song that people haven't heard in a while. People want the trendy songs. So one of the trendy songs that I did, and it didn't go viral, but it got a lot of applications coming in, was, I'll just say WAP. We don't need to say what the actual title of the song is. The Dirty Nicki Minaj song, or Cardi B, whoever sang it. I was like, I will never play that song in my house. It is filthy. But when I did that song and just pointed, that's all I'm doing is pointing. I'm not doing the dance. I'm just pointing. That was a viral trending song. And I don't know what it does to TikTok. So the trending songs will help. But the one that went viral, you guys, was literally this song. Or it's not a song. Just that one. And that's what everyone does. And it's just literally
Yep, I've seen Ashley's come through before. I've seen some of your girls come through and they're like pointing. Yep. No,
yep.
Like, it's just easy.
Really.
So that's one. If you don't have, okay, so I have this question. If you don't have TikTok, can you not get it now? That's what I'm saying.
I heard that you can't now, but I don't know.
I feel like you can, because it didn't go away. However, I'm going to look into that a little bit for people that are asking that. But here's the thing, we have Reels. So do the same thing and just start creating. If you're seeing videos popping up in Reels and you know that they're part of It Works, like, you're going to start seeing that, copy their Reels and do the same thing. Like, just save it, write the words down if you have to, so that you can go back through and do that. Like, I'll do that and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, these are what I got to do. So it's just practice on those things. So Rachel said some key things, and it's not hard. I think that's the thing. In our minds, we make things so difficult and it's scary. And we think, we are our own worst critics, because we're like, what are people going to think? I don't look good today. Like, we beat ourselves up. But you are valuable. You are important. People want to see you. You have so much to offer people that I want you guys to start being brave and doing these things. And I will be brave with you. I think that's the thing, is we have all of this tribes of girls that are ready to, like, just band together and do these things. But she committed. So that's the first thing. All of you that put the ones, you now have shown me you're committed. So you got to go out there, even put it on Facebook, like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. I'm going to be starting my TikToks. I need some encouragement. ask for people. Be like, you know what? People will comment on that and give you the support. So commit 3 a day, and they don't have to be hard. They can be copied and repeat, trending. So how do they find that, Rachel? If they're going to TikTok, how did you go, okay, how do I even find these things? They're new, or pretend you guys haven't ever done it before. Where do you guide them to go?
So if you were to just click the plus sign on TikTok, as if you were about to make one right now while we're on here together, and upload it, when you pull it up, at the top it says sounds, and you guys would click that and it pulls it up right there and it says discover. Just, those are some of the hot songs right now. You can swipe to the left, swipe to the right, and these are, I'm looking at them literally. I haven't done it in a minute just because I've been saving everybody's from It Works, but these are the hot songs right now. Holy from Justin Bieber, or is that his name? Oh my gosh, Justin Bieber. I don't know why it sounded weird coming out of my mouth. Glorious, like all those songs, and looking at it, you're like, yes, those are the ones I keep seeing on my For You page. So that's a way to find it. And then also, you guys just remember, you don't have to follow everybody with It Works, but just like the people that you see consistently, this is what and I know Steph does this too. Like I was annoyed that of course yesterday is the one family call, they don't shout out the top enrollers, but when they do that, that's like, if I'm like knocking 2 birds out on the family call and I'm like texting while I'm listening, when they say, let's talk about the top enrollers, I always drop my phone. I don't expect to be on there necessarily because it's usually for distributors and I'm like, nah, it's just me, but I'm always listening, and I'm like listening for like the names that I'm like, whoa, she's on there, or like, whoa, why is she always being shouted out? And then I go ask questions. So when I started hearing names like Courtney Lavey being back, and I'm like, oh, she's back, like she's making her comeback, Kristen, like all these people, I went to TikTok, and what do you know, you start to see all their videos. So I just look for what's working and I save them. So I'm only following, you guys, 32 people on TikTok, and they're not all It Works people. So I'm not being crazy with it. But then again, when I know I need some, like when I have like my homework's running low in the sense of like I'm running through all the videos, I'm like, I'm gonna just scroll for 10 minutes and save all Morgans that are super cute or really hot in the sense of like they blew up. Same thing with them. And then I have all of them, just like when Steph was explaining, like if you get ready tomorrow and you just want to like change up your hair, or not even change up your hair, but just your outfit, and you have all these for your drafts, it's the same thing with save all these videos. You don't have to just save them every day to remake them. Just save them when you're watching, and then on days that you're running behind or whatever, you can just quickly remake them because they're saved.
Mm-hmm. That's huge, guys. She said something, and I hope you guys caught that. She listens to the Sunday night calls, and generally they'll shout out names. Those are names you should be writing down just to go for reference, just to go look at, scroll their page. It even helps me to refresh, go, dang, I need to go post that again. Or, something might just spark me to go, I need to do that. Or what have they been doing, and not afraid to ask those questions. So, yep. Courtney Lavey's back too. I see her numbers. So those are the things, like they've made a decision. So it's not, if people have been in for a while and you have felt like, how, can I even do this anymore? Where should I start? This is a good place to go. This is where people I've seen that have been almost hibernation, all of a sudden they're just like blowing up. So there's a big gap. Like I'm going to tell you, there's people that are consistent, and then all of a sudden there's this huge gap of people that are crushing it. And then when Rachel said, you guys, they're not familiar with network marketing, that is huge. We think everybody in the world knows about It Works and knows about network marketing. That is definitely not true. Rachel joined when she was 21 years old. She's rounding that hump. She's getting closer to 30. Oh my gosh. So all those years of all of these people that are coming, that were in their teens, probably on TikTok this whole time, and now all of a sudden they're new to network marketing or new to hearing the word It Works. They have no idea. That can be your next rock star that comes into your business. So keep that in mind. That is why these new platforms are such a good thing, because you don't necessarily have to be that super rock star on there. You could be the one that finds them. So I want you to encourage you to do that. It only takes one person completely trying to change your business. So understand that.
I want to, Steph, real quick. Can I, people are, okay, I know mine are all from TikTok. And when Pam was talking, because tonight's all about reels on the Show Me the Money call, I was like, are you sure you want me on TikTok? And she was like, yeah, come on. And I was like, okay. But when it comes to reels, you guys I don't want you, I just don't want you to get defeated when I keep saying TikTok, because TikTok has a stigma where people just think they can't do it no matter how much underdogs or whatever we are, like, come out and say, I just started and I'm killing it, you can too. There's a stigma around TikTok. So like, if we were just to ignore TikTok, reels are just as awesome too. I will take that back. I signed one person from reels so far, and she was the first distributor of the month. So pre me like deciding TikTok's going to be my jam. And you guys, I want to say this story, and my girls are probably really annoyed because I say it on every Zoom, just because it blew my mind and the power of social media. The first distributor I signed this month, she's the cutest little cutie ever. She came, so what it's, when I'm in all these conversations, I forget who came from where, right? And I know you can relate to that too, Steph. So when things calm down, I'm like, tell me again, where, like, how did we connect? Because I love it. It gets me so hyped. And I did this with my girl, Brianna. And I'm like, how did we connect again? And she was like, through Instagram. And Instagram's not my strong suit. And she goes, through Instagram. I was just clearing out like some of her like non-Christian followers, and she saw me. We weren't, I don't know if we were actually following each other, but I think it might've been on the Discover. She saw my Instagram reel, and it wasn't an opportunity one. It was literally me saying how social media connected me and one of my girls, and now we're best friends, and now I'm the godmother to her godson. And it was just this cute little baby video of like, I love social media because of that. And she saw that video, thought it was cute, stalked my Instagram, saw the application in there, filled it out, and signed the same day. And she signed her 6 customers in her first week. And she's the little cutest. She doesn't even need me anymore. And I'm like, wow, that's the power of reels too, you guys. So even if you're on here and me telling you how hot TikTok is right now doesn't make you want to do TikTok, at least do reels, you guys, because I can't even explain the algorithm. It's just so bizarre. But it's working, and it doesn't just have to be opportunity all the time. So you just don't want to miss this wave while it's here. I know for so long I was like, I'm done. I don't need to do TikTok. Even after starting in March, there was a period of time this summer that I'm like, I'm kind of done with it. It's going away. And I told myself that, but it hasn't gone away yet. So don't we want to ride it while it's here? And look, now it's blowing up. So don't miss out on these things while they're really, really hot.
Yes, thank you for sharing that, because that is it. Do not give up on things. We just, it's that little guy that's like digging for gold. We don't know when that next person is going to be, or when that next video. You guys could just start and have your very first video blow up. There is no rhyme or reason for that. So somebody might just click it, and all of a sudden it just gets shared and it just goes crazy. So that's what's encouraging, is knowing, okay, there's somewhat of a system that's been developed. We've heard this over and over on multiple Zooms, 3 a day. And these are short videos, guys. It's just being able to get some things up there, get the words up. But how encouraged are you guys? You just have to copy something and do it. You don't have to be creative. I think that was and is one of my biggest fears, is I'm just not a creative person. I don't know how to sing and dance. I'm not an Ashley Sinclair. I'm like, oh my gosh, for the love, I cannot do any of this. I was saying all the things that I never say. Like, I can't do that. I can't be that person. I don't have to be, and you don't have to be. Copy, you're going to be your own self. Like, I know there's things that I do that are quirky probably that I'm just going to do, even though I copied the video. It's not going to look exactly the same, which is perfect, because somebody's going to be attracted to somebody with dark hair or whatever color I have on or something. So that's just naturally what we do. So that is so encouraging to me. Like, thank you, Jesus. I don't have to be this creative person, but I want to win. And here's why, is if I go and do these things, I know eventually you guys follow suit with that. And that's how we should all be, is we want our team to follow suit in those things. So this is the homework that we're going to do. We're going to go watch some TikToks. So you heard names: Rachel Jones, Courtney Lavey, Kristen Kirkendale. You guys have heard me say that name before. And hers on Reels isn't anything crazy ridiculous either. And like, I feel like she's kind of normal, like not even, I don't know.
And that was what was encouraging to me, is like, sometimes I just like to go against the grain. So, and it's a flaw for sure. But like, sometimes when someone's really hot, I'm like, I'll like look, but I'm like, oh, no, I don't need to follow, like, and maybe I'm jealous. I don't know. But like, when someone like everyone was gung ho about TikTok, and I was like, I don't need it, and it's just weird. I'm so bizarre. So sometimes I'm like that with certain things. So like what was encouraging to me was the people that don't have a lot of views on their stuff, but are signing them. It was like, that's just what showed me like, okay, so you don't have to get 100,000 views on every single thing to have success. Like that's just defeating. So don't have that in your mind, you guys. Just look for the people. Like we just keep on saying, you don't have to look for the people anymore. We're telling you the people. It can't get much easier than this. But yes, that was the same thing I said about Kristen. And I'm like, she's normal and she's doing the same thing over and over again and not going viral every single time. That's my person. Like I'm doing it. I'm going to do it. So.
And for those of you that have kids, you know, Jocelyn Yates has always, she's constantly in my stuff too. And she's just been consistent with mass enrolling, but she decided she was going to do TikTok and she has stuck it out. And she's so consistent with this, with the game of that. So knowing that, so trending songs. So you want to stay in the trending, the For You, those are some things that Rachel has said that we want to make sure that we're doing. Save the videos and then just replay so that you can do them. Get yourself a ring light, or if you don't have that, you need something to have the phone being able to be held so you're not just holding it like that. I agree with that. It looks so much different when you're not just holding it as a selfie. So that is sometimes uncomfortable. You know, I would play around with that before you even do anything. Take some selfies of yourself, see how that lighting goes. You always want the lighting looking at you rather than behind. So those are some just general tips that we can be doing. Any other last minute things that you're just like, I feel like you did it?
No, you guys, I think, before, all these tips, I haven't held anything back. Like you have all the tips now, but before you like actually apply all the tips, you have to first be ready. And this is like common sense stuff, but you just need to remember, like, if you're not physically ready, and when I say ready, like, I mean, like automatically after this Zoom, like prepare yourself for the blow up. And this is something like Claire and I, cause Claire's doing really good too. I think she signed like 12 or 13 and she just did one family TikTok, just talking about all of her kids under an age, and people thought it was wild. And then she put it to reels and hers is blowing up as well. But we were talking about it and we were like preparing ourselves for the blow up because we wanted it so bad. And then she had the blow up first and she was like, I'm stressed, but I don't want to speak this over myself because I'm not ungrateful, but we were like trying to not like voice these bad things, but you have to start off by being very ready to handle all the responsibilities. And I kid you not, I swear that plays a part. If you're on here and you're like, kind of got a busy week and I'm going on vacation and I'm like, don't know if I'm ready for the like psycho blow up, or I'm not ready to put in the work, there's just no point in even trying because there's a disconnect in that. So get ready for that, but then also be ready in the sense of like, I got to a point where our team wasn't struggling, but like I'm looking at cabs, I'm looking at enrollments DT wise, and I'm like, okay, we should not have this like lack of new distributors coming in. And I was getting frustrated and I was talking to Zach and I'm like, we need to enroll more distributors. So like something's got to give here. And it's just like you said, Steph, like I know that I'm right now the only one on my team blowing up like this, but they're all starting to try and they're all consistently doing their 3. And I know it's a matter of time. And I knew it started with me. So like one, I was ready for all responsibilities. Lord bless me with the blow up. I'm ready. And I know that sounds crazy because some people aren't here and they're like, how can you not be ready? But trust me, you'll lose your mind once it happens. You have to be ready. And then 2, team wise, I was like, I'm ready for that next new group of like new blood, no excuses, like all of the things. I'm ready. I'm so freaking ready. And so I was ready all around. And I swear it went hand in hand with the timing of it blowing up. And then I knew something was off with my wording. I figured it out stat. And now everything is just moving smoothly and I'm really excited. So get ready and just do the dang thing. I didn't keep any secrets. You just have to follow, stay the course, be consistent, and it'll work.
I love that. I just think you guys just needed to hear that from Rachel. 9 o'clock, you're going to want to make sure that you watch Pam's too, because all of these girls, like, this is the thing is I don't want to say they're not special because we are all special. That's not what I'm taking away is they've decided, they've committed, and they're doing it, and they're going to be consistent, and their hearts to share is just amazing. So I love that they're doing that. You guys really, when you think about it, you think, God, there's some magic button on TikTok or on Reels or something that's what was holding me back. Is there something that I'm missing? And it's not. It's keeping it so simple of just duplicating what's working. Just like in this business, you don't want to go off track and think, oh gosh, if it's working, we want to share that and we want to do that. So those are the things that you guys are going to want to do. I think she just nailed it, kept it super simple. thank you for that, Rachel. I love that you kept it super simple for everybody's mind to kind of take in, breathe a little bit. I think you all just need to like hold up your hands right now. I see some of you guys on, like we're all hold up your hands, even Rachel, because we are all ready for this flux of distributors and customers that are going to come new into our business. You are amazing leaders. This is what we're going to do. We're going to crush October. You have those codes to use. We have all of the tools. I have all the confidence in the world with It Works that they have everything that we need to be successful. So if you are new, do not worry. We have team pages, we have scripts, we have amazing leaders. They're going to walk you through all of that. So no, you are going to get those distributors. You're going to blow up. You are ready, and we're just going to nail it. So thank you guys for staying on with us tonight. I appreciate all those smiling faces. Rachel, I owe you, or maybe you owe me
No.
still. I don't know how that goes, but
No, I owe you like
so
10.
I just love that she was willing to just kind of move things around and be on with us early. Thank you guys again. I'm going to get with her probably tomorrow when she's not crazy busy. Well, she's going to be crazy busy, but we're going to make things work. I'm going to get some scripts. I know she put them all in there, and I'll get this recorded. But I love you so much, Rachel. I appreciate you so much, and I can't wait to see your faces, newbies, on here sharing how TikTok and Reels blew up for you. So have a good week, and I'll see you guys on the 9 o'clock Pam call tonight. All right, guys. See ya.